How frustrated were you in that first period when all the things that you told us you didn't want them to do, they did? The penalties, and the offenses?
Well, it's frustrating when I thought that for the first 7 or 8 minutes we were doing some of the things that we were capable of doing. We were competing in the game, and then our reaction to the hit on Smithson, I think, was poor. And it was one where we could have said something versus drawing a penalty. I think some of those things, in today's hockey, it seems like every body check has to have an answer to it, and I think that's part of those things have to change, specifically in the situation we're in, where we're not getting anything going for us, or any break seems to go our way right now, so we're going to have to earn more of those. And I think it was a mistake, and then we took a hooking call and a tripping call. And those are new rules hockey. The hooking is pretty much automatic, or you make yourself vulnerable when you reach in and do that. And then the hook or the tripping call, it's no choice for the referees. The stick was in the guy's feet. Goes down 5-on-3, and then that took the momentum totally for the period in their favor. And when they give a hockey club like that momentum, they can skate. They're big. There was no real surprise on what they were going to do. They did it. And it took us till the second period before we got our things going.
When you got it going in the second there, what was working well? What did you like?
Well, we got through the neutral ice and we started to establish more of a forecheck. And we got more offensive zone time. We drew some penalties. Power play delivered. We were in the hockey game, and then it seems like we played the game in spurts. And obviously, we thought that one-goal hockey game, in the third period, we'd get a chance for our goalie out, and we did, but we made some mistakes with the puck, and they forced us to play more in our own zone. They went 4 across. We didn't dump the puck in a couple situations, and that cost us.
What's the update on Tyler Bozak?
He's got an upper body injury.
On their go-ahead goal, the third goal there, your line was in there for a couple of minutes, it seemed. Morgan Riley had a chance to ice it. Would you have liked to have seen him ice it at that point?
Yeah, I think there was 2 plays previous to that, though, that we had opportunities before Morgan had it on his stick. One was where I think Smithson threw it to the point when we had Orr down, and he threw it out to the point, and that's really where he was supposed to be. And then the other time was Colton Orr had it on the wall and kind of fell and slipped, and we had an opportunity to do something with the puck there, and those 2 opportunities cost us. And then the third one was with Morgan. It seemed like he took a softer approach than what we would have thought, because we think it's always easy after the fact. But I think in that situation, if you're in your own zone for 35 to 40 seconds and you're hanging, we'll take the icing and we'll call the timeout. That's a theory, but it's always, as I say, it's easy for us to criticize because we're not playing it and it's after the fact.
Is that an experience thing for Morgan, though, or just is that?
Well, I think it happens to a lot of players, not just young players, but it'll be a learning curve, and hopefully he absorbs it, that we're better served to take an icing.
Back to Bozak, how serious is the injury?
I don't know. It's an upper body, and they came to me in the second period. He left the bench and then came back, and then when he went back out, he tried it, and it wasn't able to go, and that was probably about the 12-minute mark of the second period, so we were, for half the game almost, we were short. We had 3 centers, and we're taxing a lot of people here right now.
Is there a starting point to get out of this losing streak?
Yeah, again, we try to accentuate the positives, but the big negative is we lost. And what we have to do is we have to continue to prop and push our players and support our players in the things they're doing well, and continue to try to improve on the things we're doing poorly. And did we give ourselves a chance tonight? We gave ourselves a chance for about half of the game. And I think that, it was a measuring stick that I used. My voice was to them is we should be using that. That's how far we have to go, because that's the way the elite teams play in the league.
Is your forecheck the key to maybe generating a little bit more?
Well, obviously we've got to spend more time in the offensive zone. The forecheck creates offensive zone time. It creates and draws penalties, creates scoring chances, wears opposition down. And we have stressed that we got to do a better job of getting in there and establishing a forechecking game and establishing an offensive zone time. And we've been talking about it, and there are periods of games that we do it very well. But this is the way the league goes. It seems like there's momentum swings in the game, and you can't continually give teams opportunities with undisciplined penalties 200 feet from your net.